Hello, hello, friends. Happy Friday Eve. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, Nicole.
Hello. How are you?
I got like all this music coming in from the game. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm excited. I love the trivia stuff. Not that I don't enjoy the regular lives, but of course.
I know.
A little more fun to play a game.
It is. It's way more fun to give away things and, laugh and also enjoy y'all in the chat. So if you are here, let us know that you're here by dropping a comment and saying where you're dialing in from. And today's question of the day is, have you ever worked in reception before? And it may not be medical office reception, but let's just say reception in general, because a lot of that translates across many channels. So Nicole's got fire fingers over there.
Oh, sorry. I will mute next time.
You're so good. We appreciate your speedy fingers. So today, you guys, we're going over more. For us, that's medical office reception excellence. So that is the corresponding name for our training program for medical office reception. So we call it more because we believe that there's an opportunity for you to be excellent at your role in medical office reception. So if you are here and you're joining us for the first time for trivia and you've never been a part of this party, these trivia parties are an opportunity for you to win some money by playing a game. And so we do this once a month, typically whatever Thursday this is the second Thursday of the month, first Thursday, I don't know. I think it's usually the first Thursday. It's usually the first Thursday of the month, but because last Thursday you guys were hanging out watching fireworks. We didn't want to interrupt you, and so we we decided to cancel or reschedule to the 11th. And so, if you're brand new here in this space, my name is Jasmine Villiers, and I am the mama of this space, Inlera University. We are committed to alleviating the stress and confusion in the business of healthcare. And my co-host to my left, your right.
Oh no, we learned to write.
I got it right though. I picked the right hand. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were gonna say something, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait. You can introduce me. Yeah, I'm Nicole Parker. I've been working here with Inlera stuff we're approaching 2 years, I think. Usually just hosting trivia party here with this side. Jasmine, I also don't know my left from my right. But lately, I've also been helping a lot more with reception-themed everything. So aside from that, you've also likely seen me through the entire month of June. I hope you're not sick of me yet.
Never. We have just wrapped up a series, if you have not seen it, on medical office reception. So if you haven't checked out that series, there were, I think, 3 parts to the series.
Yes, I think 3 parts, and we have a 4th one planned.
Oh, that's right. Yes, our 4th section. As a matter of fact, our 4th part to this particular series, we are asking for questions from you. So if you are brand new to the world of medical office reception and want a little bit of support in the process, or you're someone who might be interested in breaking into the field of healthcare and are interested in getting your questions answered to help you make the decision, then send us your questions. Make sure you pop those questions into the comments anywhere, any one of the videos that you see, and we will pull those out so that we can answer those during next week's live. Next week's live stream is on Thursday, the something 18th. 11 plus 7 is 18. Yes, Thursday the 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern. And so if that time works out for you, make sure you save it. And if it doesn't, guess what? It gets saved here on the channel, so you won't miss a beat. And so also just a little housekeeping. Recently, we have started a What's New in Lara U segment that happens once a month. And so when that video goes up, it's going to be short and sweet video, and you'll see it underneath the video tab, and it'll just let you know what's going on in the space. It also is this month's points you to our events page, which is a brand new space on our website that you can visit to remind you of different things that are going on in the channel. And our channel members, special shout out to the channel members, our channel members get the opportunity to see their extra dates as well, even on that events page. And you channel members get access to your channel lives. Other things that we've got going on will be on that page as well. And so, yeah, it's just like a good central place for us to hopefully store different things. So I just got to pop up. I hope the connection's still okay.
Yeah, seems fine to me. Please let me know if I'm wrong, everybody.
Yeah, Miss V, I love your name. I have to. Miss V, nice to meet you. So thanks for hanging out with us. Today. So today we are playing trivia. I'm going to pop open the page, and I'm just noticing for whatever reason, it's like not showing in the stage page preview. That's weird. We're going to try this again.
Yeah, you might have to unshare that one.
Let's try that one more time. I don't know.
Well, so are you leaving it completely or just changing the sharing?
I'm going to do the sharing. Go ahead. No. I'm just going to change it.
I wanted to make sure that I had the right code for when I shared it here.
Yeah. Wait, that's not the right one.
That is all of them. We're gonna take our pick. We're just gonna pick a random number and
let's stop there. Okay, go ahead. You do your thing, sharing the
so Kahoot. Some of you are new, and hello to all of you new people. Some of you are not, so you know exactly what to expect. You can go ahead and go to www.kahoot.it, not .com, and you can use the game pin there. I'm about to put the link in the chat as well So whether you're Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you will be able to click that as well. And when this gets on the screen, there's a QR code. So you can also scan that. We do recommend using 2 devices. So say like a computer and a phone, or you can do the fancy stuff of, projecting things onto the TV. However you want to do it, just so that you can see the actual stream for the questions and answers, and then your device where you're putting in the answers. We do encourage chat participation, but we do not give chat points. So first and second place will be not entered to win. You just win. That was you just win. That's what you won. An Amazon gift card each. But that is why chat doesn't get points. We will give commentary, but we cannot award chat points. So yes, you can go ahead and use this link here. And I don't think I missed anything in my flustered attempt at an explanation.
I don't think so. And
what
is the thing? Right. I was trying to go into full screen and then I hit the wrong button. So hang on. Back. We're gonna blame it on the laptop swap.
Yeah. Jasmine's previous laptop just died, so we're experiencing. Again, it wouldn't be an Inlera U stream if we didn't have tech problems. I think we were relatively on time today, though.
Grateful for technology.
How are we feeling about the new time? Because normally this is around 2. We started at 12:30 Eastern today. So how are we feeling about the new time? Is this preferable, dear audience? Or would you prefer a little bit later per usual? Let us know about that, because we were curious.
I'm going to come out of full screen again because it doesn't see. I can't see the chat when it is full screen. It's very confusing to me. Oh, you know what I could do? Yeah, this computer switching is like such. It makes you very discombobulated when you're like, where's all my buttons and all my things?
If you want to just be in charge of Kahoot, I can kind of watch everything else. I'll be your interviewer.
You see me like trying to. I'm trying to just like, yeah, you're gonna watch everything else. All right, you're in charge. You're large and in charge. I'm gonna go full screen.
Hear that, guys? I'm in charge now.
All right, you guys tell me if my hair gets me. I can't even see myself. What'd you say?
I said, you hear that, guys? I'm in charge now.
Yes. Well, we see you guys jumping in. I'm really excited to play this game with you. We've been trying to get a little fancy. So hopefully today we've challenged you guys in the right way, we'll call it. So yeah, and I imagine that you will you'll have fun and you'll learn something. That's the most important part, my friends, is that we're coming together to learn something. I always love these like faces and the pancakes on the heads and all that. So I know that you guys, like, I see you popping in and popping out. So the challenge with the app sometimes is that like it does like time out or something. So just like make sure you just refresh your screen while we're getting ready to play. Obviously, when we're playing, it'll come back, but you'll be more active on your screen. So. But we'll give like another minute and then we'll get started. So if you're just getting here and you have never played with us before, Nicole made this announcement, I'll just reiterate again. You'll need to have a second device if you want to hear us talk about any of the rationale for the answers. And you'll want to log in on that second device using either the PIN, like using the QR code, or going to the website, that kahoot.it, and putting in that game PIN code. And it's just going to ask you to pick a name. You don't have to use your real name. You can call yourself whatever you'd like, because at the end of the game, we will have you reach out to us directly. That gives you a special podium that to let you know that you have won, and you will use that to connect with us. So, and yeah, any other things you want to add to that, Nicole?
No, I think that was pretty good. The only other thing I can think of is if you are lurking here in the comments or just kind of watching, you can always change your mind and join in later. You get points for both being correct and being correctly fast. So the sooner that you get your answer in, the more points you get. We've had this debate live a few times now. I think technically the highest score you can get is 1,000 points per question, but you would have to like immediately as it pops up know the answer. So if we want to play risky games, you can try to win more points. But
Yeah, if you're a speed reader, yeah.
All that to say, you don't have to be playing from the beginning to have a chance to win. I think we've had people join midway and still come out in first or second. So it's really anyone's game up until like question 13.
Oh yeah, totally.
Man, we're having high turnover today.
Yeah, I see that popping in. The thing is that I think it's because we haven't started yet, and when you don't hit start, they're not interacting with the screen. So your screen will just go to sleep, and it should refresh when you guys open your screen back up. And I just want to kind of celebrate. We have a member and some of our members that have played very regularly and have taken first and sometimes second place winnings. We're celebrating those members today because there are two of them. They are partners, and they are having a baby today. So today is the scheduled date. So we're going to celebrate Todd, those of you who know that name in the chat, and Kendra for them welcoming their little nugget into the world today. So yeah, we're excited for them, and it's always celebrating the community. So if you guys are not plugged in or not part of our community yet, there's so much opportunity for you to get involved. We have membership here on YouTube. We've got Facebook groups. We have different other programs that are offered that have some kind of exclusive entry, we'll call it, an inner circle that does not open until September, but stay tuned for that if you're someone who's interested or already doing medical billing business. So with that said, you want to get the party started, Nicole?
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me share the Medical Billing Company Leaders Facebook group, which is where we're sending people before the next inner circle starts up, so you can connect with other medical billing company leaders.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah, so we've got
we love a good plug. Okay, I know. We're good. I know, guys. I know it's a lot of links, a lot of stalling, but we're ready. Are you doing first or am I?
I'll do first. I'll do odds today. Okay. I'm feeling odd today, so we'll do odds. New computer, new laptop.
Your odd laptop.
Yeah, exactly. Authorization is the process of obtaining permission from an insurance company. The first answer there is red. It says before receiving certain treatments or services. Blue for all treatments or services. Orange in writing. And green after receiving certain treatments or services.
So we were a little tricky this time, guys. Be warned. And they are a little bit longer. So there are a couple short questions, but this is going to be a use your brain trivia game.
Yes. We are trying something new, and hopefully you guys like it. There are a couple of questions that have different ways for you to answer than what we've done in the past. So happy to take feedback. We're always open to feedback if you hate it. Nice.
Strong start.
Yeah, we didn't trick them too badly. I love it. Okay, so yes, before certain treatments or services. So the goal with authorization is that we do the authorization prior to providing the service. Now, obviously, there are situations where there are emergency circumstances that insurance carriers do have special contingencies in place for those scenarios. However, the authorization process by definition is obtaining this authorization, this approval before the services are rendered, when possible. Let's say that, when possible. So never intentionally done after, and it is not required for all services. All right, next. Oh, scoreboard, almost forgot.
Ooh, look at that. Look how good everyone's doing. And I also, I see that Yasayana, I'm sorry if I said that horribly wrong. I see you're both in the chat and on the board. We can only give points through the app, so if you had problems, try to refresh or reconnect. But yes, good luck.
through the Kahoots, whether it's app or online, just so you guys are clear on that too. Because yeah, on the chat, I mean, feel free to keep chatting and communicating with us, but it won't put you on the scoreboard for that. And oh, by the way, if you don't see your name on the scoreboard, it's just because you haven't made it to the top 5 yet. So no worries about that. My friends who are getting here, you have plenty of time to join. So feel free to jump in. Nicole?
All right. True or false? Copay and coinsurance are functionally the same. True or false? Hi, Tiana. Thanks for joining.
Tiana's in the house. I saw another member earlier say something, but I'm now on full screen.
Miss V said good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And we also had Blue Butterfly, who's a regular, pop in. Good day, hot and humid in New Jersey. Unfortunate.
Yeah, hot and humid everywhere at the moment. All right, so we've got almost a 50-50 split on this. Nicole, is it the same?
They are not.
Yes. See, you're already a professional. I feel like we should just get you certified, Nicole.
Oh boy, that should be something.
So copays and coinsurances are not the same. There are really important differences. So first thing is copayments, flat amount, right? We are set with an insurance company at the start of the plan with a very specific dollar amount associated with that plan that's required per visit, okay? Coinsurances, on the other hand, are calculated according to the service provided, and it is a percentage that is allotted by that patient's plan that says they are paying. The prefix co means with, so we're paying with the insurance to meet the insurance company's allowed. So if, let's say, the patient's co-insurance is determined at 25%, then whatever said service is being provided, whether there's one service or 5 services, the patient's responsible for 25% of every service that's provided, okay? So I might have a $25 copay or a $20 copay that's flat, right? That's just me paying that amount, X amount, $25 or $20 per visit. I'm paying that to my provider, right? If I have a coinsurance, then it's every single procedure that is performed or service that is performed that is going to have that 25% calculated from the allowed amount. All right. If you guys have questions about that, I want to clarify. Nicole, do you have any clarifying questions?
I don't, but Jay Frank popped up and said functionally threw him off. They're different benefits, but benefit nonetheless.
Like it. Yeah, that's a really great point. So so in a sense, the function of a copayment, right, is the insurance company determining that the patient has a flat amount that's required. The insurance company for coinsurance has decided that they are wanting, when a service is allowed, for the patient to have a share in the responsibility for each service. Okay, so when a patient has a flat copay, the flat copay is determined if patient is receiving any kind of services. It's a really loud noise happening outside. And then the coinsurance is when the patient is actually going to be having a share in that responsibility for every service provided. So I don't know if that clarifies it. The word functionally, yeah, could definitely throw you off. We're going to attribute that to us needing to shorten the words, the questions. And so
some of these are a little, we will take it on the chin that some of these may be tricky, not intentionally, but just due to character limit.
Yep.
So
I like it. All right, next pregunta. Oh, scoreboard, I keep forgetting. Ooh.
Some movement. There we go. Congrats, V and Steven. Oh, and while we're here, yes, Tiana, you can go ahead and jump in. You can join with the link in the chat, the website going at the bottom, www.kahoot.it, or the app if you prefer. And then, the code is at the bottom of both the ticker and the actual screen. And then obviously if you use the link, it'll autofill. So
Yep. And you guys have full control of how quickly you potentially can, how you rank on the scoreboard, because it's all based on how quickly you respond and the right answer. So you could join, and we've had people join halfway through the game, and there's 20 questions. So if they come in even at question 10 and beyond, there's a chance, if you got fire fingers and you read really quickly, that you might beat everybody to the punch. So yeah. All right. Odd. That's Jasmine. An insurance plan in which a provider signs a contract to participate and the provider agrees to accept a discounted rate.
This is one of those tricky for character limit ones.
That's a weirdly worded one, Nicole. So I'm going to kind of read.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We'll just say a term in which a provider signs a contract to participate and the provider agrees to accept a discounted rate. So a term in which to designate, we'll say, a provider that signs a contract to participate and the provider agrees to accept a discounted rate. So that was my fault for not proofreading this one. So
I fought tooth and nail to get as many characters as possible. That is all I can say. That is my only defense.
I want to reduce it down. How do I make this smaller?
It was difficult.
Nice. Everybody still got it, or mostly everyone got it. So I like it. Yeah, and it might be due to the odd wording thrown in the beginning, but yes, in-network is the correct answer. And yes, when a provider signs a contract to be in the network, to be participating with that insurance company, they are agreeing to take what that contract states. So when an insurance company has designated a specific fee schedule in said contract, the insurance carrier is determining that said provider who is signing this agreement is required to accept no more than what's designated by that contract. So that is the definition of being in the network, which means I am saying yes to whatever this network's rules and rates are. Cool. Let's check out the board.
Ooh, Jay Frank came back with a compliment, by the way. Oh,
who is it?
Mike.
Nice. So, yeah, I saw. Who came back with a compliment? What did you say?
Jay Frank came back with a compliment after the complaint. We've got a nice. And I'm just teasing. It was a great comment. But yeah, he said you guys are awesome, by the way. And then I put up hashtag blame Nicole, because if Todd's not here to do it, someone has to.
Exactly. Yeah, Todd's our resident bullier of Nicole. He keeps her on her toes. So I think I saw BB jump into the top 5 here. I don't think I saw that name in the last one.
Yeah, so that's new.
Welcome to the scoreboard, BB.
All right, true or false? PRN stands for per resident nurse. True or false? I'm so excited that I found out I can use bold and italics. I know that's lame. I'm so excited, though.
I love it. I'm excited too.
It adds something since we can't change the background anymore. Now I have this, so
exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're forever thinking of Ukraine. This is the support Ukraine background. We are, though, in our hearts, but we are. It looks really nice and lovely. The other backgrounds on this app are very distracting and annoying.
If you've been watching this year in 2024, you will have seen some terrible backgrounds. We've tried our best.
Yeah, they are I don't know. We need to write a letter to Cahoots and let them know that they're just way too crazy with the background. We just want plain color. We don't need all the extra stuff. Just color, plain color. All right. PRN does not stand for resident nurse. Let's talk. Who can tell us what PRN stands for? Nicole, I can't see you. What's that sound?
What's that sound? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
I was shuffling a paper and then I knocked something off my desk. So it's going great over here. If anyone is curious.
I can't see you. So I'm like, wait, is everything okay? Is
Nicole just drops?
Yeah. I'm just making sure. Are we good, Nicole?
Yeah, we're great. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember what it is because I made this question and I was like, I should check before I say anything and then just cleared the desk.
Did anybody answer?
We did. Jay Frank, as needed. 10 out of 10. Perfect. No notes.
Wonderful.
This is one of those fun Latin abbreviations, which feels like
Exactly.
cheating, to be honest.
It
But
does. It doesn't seem fair, but we're gonna roll with, honoring the roots of our language here. So, all right, next. Oh, scoreboard. Here we go. Ooh, we've
that
got
was a
big
big
shakeups
shakeup.
happening. Yeah.
We got a
I miss-
streak. We had 2 improvements.
Yeah, we've got winning streak. So CSBC. I just like randomly mixed up your numbers or letters. CSBC has shaken up this game and widened the gap a little bit. So I love it. Mike is right behind you though, so I'm seeing this. Very exciting. Here we go. What is one way to easily improve your customer skills by phone? Customer service skills by phone. What is one way to easily? You guys will appreciate this, that there are some very severe character limitations in Kahoots as well. And so we have to get really creative with the way we write these things sometimes.
That's Jasmine's excuse for not being able to read the word customer.
I know, customer. I love it. Okay, we've got good answers already. We got good answers. We've got a good number of answers already.
Like it's audience submitted.
I know. I'm like looking at
These
the
were
number.
Nicole's good answers. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Way to go, Nicole.
We do have good answers. Thank you.
I like my flow of letters that I'm shooting from my shoulder there. It looks kind of fun.
So fun fact, I realized when I was putting in the pictures that I like to have them alternate. So there's a Jasmine on the left and then a Jasmine on the right. And the old medical office reception picture was flipped. So I last minute had to like flip everything around because I don't like when we switch questions and it's just all in the same row because I'm nitpicky. Observant people will see the same thing on the YouTube thumbnails where Jasmine will alternate from left to right because I just hate when it's all on the same side. You'll see it on our a chat with interviews where I'll alternate the guests. I do it with everything. So
we deeply appreciate your OCD, Nicole. I think I could skip. Oh no, I can't skip. I don't want to skip.
No, yeah. So somebody is really, really considering, and we appreciate them taking their time.
Yeah.
But you can skip. It's up at the top on the right.
Yeah, I don't want to just in case.
Oh, okay.
I think it automatically switches when everyone has submitted, right? So I don't want to mess up.
Yeah, it'll automatically do it.
Very good. So this one is definitely like a trick, we'll say, a tricky question in the sense that the word by phone is really, that's why it's bolded, hint, hint, is really what would have changed your answer. Because it's really, yes, taking notes can help you make sure that you are, let's say, executing, remembering, taking action on the things that are necessary for the actions that need to be done after the call. But your improvement of your skills to actually have the patient receive better customer service is going to be changed by smiling. Just a hello, right? So speaking as quickly as possible is definitely not a good answer.
As we learned with Jasmine reading the question.
Yeah, exactly. And then getting additional training. I mean, arguably, if you have zero training and are lacking in overall customer service skills by phone, you would benefit from additional training. However, the general easiest way to improve your skills is going to just be put a smile in there. Put a smile in there. Be friendly.
Yes, this is another hashtag blame Nicole. What I was going with was easily improve for a lot of these answers. So getting additional training isn't necessarily easy. You usually have to pay for that yourself or, talk with your manager. And then detailed notes. Like if you're on the phone, that's the reason we have so many, abbreviations and acronyms is it's so difficult to be transcribing while you're on the phone with someone. So you can't just be like, oh, okay, yeah, if I can just put you on hold and then take 20 minutes to type out like a really detailed, So that
That's
was
so
the
good.
logic.
I
But
like
if
it.
you
The
are
easy.
looking for additional training, we
Yeah.
happen to have it right here. Look at that. I'm specifically highlighting our little medical office bundle, which has our medical office reception course, as well as language of medical office reception, where the first will cover things that are more like improving your customer service skills by phone, and language will cover some of these acronyms and abbreviations that we've been looking at today.
I love it. Nicole, for the shameless plug, always
Always.
reliable. I appreciate that so much. All right, scoreboard. And we have a shakeup. I think, BB, did you just jump like 2 spots?
I think so. I like BB and KK. I like that they're next to each other.
I feel like VV, we should just rename you VV. There's a BB, KK, VV.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Way to go, y'all. Doing a great job. And Mike, I just noticed you had a pacifier in your mouth. That's really funny.
Jasmine loves the decorations.
I do.
WNL stands for within normal limits. So here's more of those abbreviations and acronyms and fun stuff. True or false, within normal limits. Yeah, there's so many fun, like, just because you're not doing the back end, the actual clinical work, you have to know so much stuff because you're looking at charts and you're taking notes from the charts and from the patients themselves. So if you get a note from a doctor that says, call patient and inform them results are back and,
WNL.
what winning, like
winning, not at life. Just kidding.
Hi, the doctor called, the test results are back, and you're a loser. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jay Frank wanted to say good job, BB. We love good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Todd misses a game. Everyone's really positive in the chat. I'm teasing.
I love this. We got everybody got it right. Do you want to say anything, Nicole?
Can't trick you guys. You're doing great.
I like it. Yeah, it's because we couldn't even think of another word to like joke around that it would mean. That's why, because it was like too hard to even like. What else could it be? It's a W.
There's some that I like later on, but this one, yeah, I was like, that's a true false for sure.
Or like, where is the nurse located?
You know what? That's what it should have been. Where's the nurse located? When my mom worked at the ER, she would have asked that a lot. WNL.
Where is the nurse? WNL. What is RTE? What is RTE? Raw transmission of eligibility, real-time eligibility, radiograph technical equipment, ready to eat.
I'm RTE. I'm ready to eat.
I am RTE.
I've been planning that joke for 2 hours. I just want everyone to know.
As soon as you felt like you were RTE.
As soon as Jasmine said, we should use this as a question, that was my first answer. Can
you hear the train outside?
I cannot.
Okay, beautiful. I was just curious how much translates.
I haven't heard a train in like 2 years since I moved out of my parents' house. We could hear the one that was very close to my neighborhood, so.
Oh, I love that. That's funny.
We also lived really close to a gun range, so I had all sorts of fun noises at night. We moved from like a very Charlotte suburbs to like a small town, and so it went from like no noises to occasional gunfire at 8 p.m.
Oh my gosh, that's stressful. That's stressful. I get stressed out like with the fireworks during this time of year. Like in the middle of the
really?
Stresses me out. It does.
Jasmine's a little dog.
I am. Let me tell you, like the dogs in my building were like, they were all very upset, and I felt they're upset the other day. It's like, I get you. We see each other. Yeah, I feel less stressed when I can see the fireworks, but like just hearing them in the middle of the night, like, and literally I live in the city, so like hearing the fireworks all night long. They didn't finish until maybe 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's long. It's a long night. So
J
Right.
Frank is also hashtag RTE, ready to eat.
Let's get lunch. Grab lunch, you guys. We can eat together. We won't
I
eat.
think Oreos are a little noisy for the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we won't eat. We won't eat in your ears, though. Awesome. I love it. That was okay. That wasn't as much trickery as we hoped for. If someone is ready to eat, though, and
It was me.
real time eligibility. That is right, my friends. Way to go. Way to go. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a big shakeup, right? Because baby's dropped.
From second to first, so not too terrible.
Mike is like determined to take the crown from CSBC.
And there's a couple players we can't see who are on an answer streak, so we can't see your names, but we do acknowledge your achievement. Congrats.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I like that the guy with the top hat is celebrating you. I like a good top hat.
True or false, when a patient is on Medicare, you send claims to the National CMS Claim Center. True or false?
While you guys are answering. Oh, go ahead. No,
I don't have a funny joke for this, so I was just going to make a comment. You go.
Yeah, I was going to do an educational bit, so I'll do mine and then you do your funny comment.
Perfect.
So the just to kind of add on this, why this is important as a receptionist is as a receptionist, we are the ones who are setting up our patient cases. And so more often than not, you're the one who's designating where the patient's claims are going to go. And so it's important for you to know when a patient has Medicare, where the claims are going to go. And so just clarifying that. Nicole, you have time for your joke or your plug?
Yeah, so we mentioned at the beginning that Nicole has worked here for almost 2 years. And like the first week I joined, it was 2 years ago, November. I'm bad at dates. Would that be 2022? I think. Yeah. And so one of the first things we did was trivia party, and I accidentally won my first trivia party on pure guesses. So
right.
I don't know if you remember that, but you were like, "Oh, Nikki, congrats!" And I'm sitting in the other office, like, "Oh no, oh no." I can't win a gift card. I'm an employee of 3 days.
Yeah. If that ever happens, we will let you guys know. We're not gonna if somebody on our team is winning.
Your dad's won a few, and we've had to give it to third. Your dad, we had to ban him. He got too good.
He was excited. He was like, "This is fun." Well, you can keep playing, but you're on the team, so sorry. Okay, this is good. I love a little shake up here. Nicole, do you want to answer this question? I'm just kidding.
So I know it's false. That's all I know.
Yeah. So in Medicare world, there is a such thing as Medicare administrative contractors. We call them MACs. And those are the folks that are designated by contract to manage Medicare's claims processing and all of the transactions that go through National Medicare as the designated partner, we'll call them. And so the contractors, the MACs, are the ones who receive the claims. So you have your contract, if you're a provider's office, with the MACs. That is what gets you entry into the Medicare network. And your claims, transactions, anything that you do go through the MACs. They don't go to National Medicare. Now, the only time that you're interacting with National Medicare is typically when you're doing things like verifying a patient's insurance or trying to see how much left is remaining for deductible, things like that. You are going to connect directly to the National Medicare system. But beyond that, you do all of your transactions, and you don't even need to do that with the national system. All the other transactions must go through your MAC, your Medicare Administrative Contractor. So I hope that helps. And please let us know if you have questions, especially because next week we are answering your questions. If you missed that at the beginning of our conversation, next week we are doing a live stream to answer questions that support the series that we just are closing out, which is on medical office reception. And so supporting our folks that are breaking into the field of healthcare and those who are needing additional training and support. So let's check out the scoreboard. Nice.
So no shakeup, but we do have a nice streak.
Yeah, we've got, what is that, 1,000 points almost between Mike and CSBC. When it like the Like, randomly change the name to like an actual.
That's what I
phonetic
want.
version. Oh, here's the multi-select, you guys. Okay, so this is where you are going to select everything that applies. So ways to verify a patient's insurance. Whoa, what happened?
I don't know. I didn't put that. I checked all of them. So the last patient's wasn't on there.
So you'll select the things that the options that you believe would answer the questions of ways that you could verify a patient's insurance, and those options, once you have them selected, you'll submit your answer. All right, so just to kind of clarify, select the number that you think are correct and then hit submit. That's what it looks like. Nice. All right.
Mostly correct. Everyone got online. Most people got RTE, and we tripped up a few people by mail.
Yeah, the snail mail. Now, there very well could be out there some old school processes that
fax it yourself.
Yeah, but it is not the way that we would want to verify, because that would take too long to be mailing requests for patients' insurance. So in order for you to have answered this question, you have to know two acronyms. One of them is RTE, the other one is IVR. What does IVR stand for bonus points that I will give you by like virtual high fives? That'll be your bonus points. Online is just that, is you're logging into the payer portals, the insurance company portals online to verify insurance. What does IVR stand for, my friends?
Invisible Valentine's rose. I didn't forget.
Ooh, I like it. That's cool.
It's right here. You just can't see it.
Thank you for my invisible Valentine's rose, Nicole. I will offer you an IVR back. It's a little late, but we celebrate love every day.
I was trying so hard to think of a funny thing, and I'm like, Valentine's is the only B word I can think of.
I love it.
It's like restaurant. All right, we got some answers. Something voice response by Jay Frank, and then I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm so sorry. Abhishek said interactive voice response, and so did Todd. Hello.
Wait.
I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Yeah. You are asked to be present where you are needed to be present, Todd.
Well, while he's here, I just want to share then. So we got an email because we send little reminders if you aren't aware, and you can join our e-newsletter email list with this link below. But we send emails occasionally, and Todd responded to one of them going, "Would love to join trivia, might not be available. Wife's supposed to give birth." And I had to message Jasmine like, do you yell at him? He's not allowed. He has other things to do.
Yeah. We have said that you have not been invited. We weren't able to remove you, Todd, but you are uninvited to this particular party. Just kidding. If you have space and time, it's so fine. But we did celebrate you already. We mentioned you earlier, and Nicole was bullying herself in your honor. So
oh yes, I'll have to find. There we go. # blame Nicole. So
I love it. All right, let's check out the scoreboard.
Oh, and to answer your question, Jasmine, we're in progress. Todd said she's 7 now. She's at 7 centimeters, so he has some time for trivia.
There's time for trivia. 7 centimeters means I don't know that she would agree, Todd. I don't think.
Hey, I mean,
that is. No.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm not a snitch.
I would hope that Todd's in the room. Or is this the distraction? If it's the distraction, okay. Like if this is helping, and we're earning money for the little nuggets.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, $5.29 or savings or something. We're happy with that. All right, so let's get this party started. We're halfway through, and if you guys are just joining, you can still join. Just use the codes that are somewhere, wherever they are at the bottom of my screen. I can't see them for some reason on my side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Huh, that's funny. Yeah, there's links in the chat, as you can see here. It's running along the bottom. You've got so many options. Anyways, true or false? When patients complete an online intake form, you can save the data without verifying it because it is the most accurate. True or false? This is another victim of the character limit, so if you have questions, please ask them. I don't blame you. You can blame me, but I don't blame you.
Victim of the character limit. I like that.
That's how I feel about this round.
It's a thing.
Todd has confirmed that he is in the room, and Kendra says hi.
Hi. Aw, we're thinking of you, Kendra. Sending you so much ease. Oh, I love it. You guys are amazing. This is great. So most of you got it correct. So here's the deal is when a patient confirms or verifies, when they put their information in online, they are human. And so mistakes can happen. And so we always want to verify. We always want to double check, especially when we have our patient in front of us. We have an opportunity to do that more successfully rather than trying to correct this information after the fact, which does happen quite often. There are situations where software does not help us in the way that we would hope, which are things like not verifying whether or not the patient has put in a valid zip code, or if they have, and that does impact our claims, by the way, if a patient does not enter in the proper amount of characters for their date of birth. Right, all of that information has a way of impacting our patients' claims processing, and so that data capture being verified is vital. It's vital to the process.
Well, and even other little things like putting .con instead of .com, or the other one I see all the time is .xom, which is a fun one.
Yeah,
feels like a
I do that
spy
sometimes.
email.
I do that. I do that. That's so funny. Or sometimes I'll forget, like, my emails where I have like the like last name or not having the last name. Like I have a dot in the one that has my last name. And so silly stuff like that, but it happens. And those are like impacts the communication. It impacts the way that you put your patients in to confirm appointments or communicate with them, to put them into the portal, all those things. So yeah, really good. Okay, Mike, you are so close to hitting 10,000. Did we decide, I think last time we were like, actually, I think it was Todd that was where we figured out that we could get past 10,000.
No, so
what was it?
The most you can get per question is 1,000.
That's what it is.
So yeah, basically Mike theoretically has not missed a question since it's over 9,000, but your streaks and how fast you go do impact things. So it's possible that Mike missed a question, but I won't tell.
I love that. All right. How much experience do you need to diagnose or otherwise give suggestions to patients? How much experience do you need to diagnose or otherwise give suggestions to patients? 1 year, after a training period, a decade, never enough.
Well, I'll think on that.
Good.
Todd wanted to let us know when he checked into the hospital, they had their last name spelled wrong. So that's another good way to mess up.
I love that. Yeah, it ends up with like the wrong name on a birth certificate. That would be awful, right? Mm-hmm. everyone's name wrong in the birth certificate, mom, dad, and baby.
I bet you get that a lot though, Jasmine. Your last name is spelled.
My last name is scary for most people. They look at it and they're
V and Z are scary letters.
Yeah, it's weird. When you get to the end of the alphabet, most people look at you like, oh, how do you say your name? Like without even attempting, they look at the name and they look at you, and or if they're over the phone, you just hear the long pause. They're like, good afternoon, Miss. How do you say your last name?
I'm still scared of saying it wrong. I won't lie to you.
That's why Miss V in the house. I saw Miss V. That's why Miss V in the house
is actually just Jasmine.
Yeah, exactly. We just call Miss Jasmine. That's what I usually interrupt, and I'm like, just call me Jasmine. It's fine. Miss Jasmine is fine. But yeah, it's Vialise or Viales if you want to go with the heavy emphasis on the A. But it's like Via and Liz. Via and then Liz. Like just split it in half. So Vialise. Vialise.
I'm guilty of Viales. I don't know why, but that's how my brain says it should be.
Yeah, well, that's totally fine. I mean, I said Vialise because in Spanish it's Lise, like Lisbeth or Elizabeth. But that's because it's a Spanish last name, Puerto Rican.
I've gotten Nichol before, so I kind of get it. It's more
Nichol.
insulting, I think.
I'm gonna call you Nichol now. That's it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, I love this. Oh, okay. This is so good.
Tricky.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal: is there is never enough experience. Nicole, would you want to say some things about this?
Yes. So we talked about this in our little series that we did through June. I believe in the third part. The first two were kind of more about applying and getting to the job. The third is you've got it, now what? And now that you have the job and you're working reception, you are still not a medical professional in the sense of like a doctor or somebody with a degree or certification that can give patients diagnoses and information. You can convey messages, but even simple things, when I worked at the vet, I know it's not the same as working with people medicine, but there's a lot of similarities. There was a whole big thing about if you're like a long-term pet parent or pet owner, you probably know that like if your pet has an upset stomach, you can give them boiled plain rice. We could not tell people that if their pet was having problems, because on the off chance something happens and they have some stomach tumor ulcer thing and the pet gets worse, it puts us at liability, it puts the clinic at liability. So even if you're pretty sure that like it's a fever and they just need to put a compress on it and they'll be fine, take some pain relief, it'll be fine. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to consult your whatever the structure is wherever you are. Sometimes it's like a nurse, sometimes it's whatever, but
correct. I would say the only suggestion that you could give without said medical degree is please hang up and dial 911.
Yes.
That is
not
that I would approve. Other than that, we are not going to give suggestions, diagnoses, medically oriented. We're talking about, right? So, obviously, if it's like, oh, I suggest you have dinner at this great Italian restaurant down the street.
So, as Todd put it, qualified healthcare professionals only.
Yes.
You can absolutely convey messages of like, if the medication was PRN and it's as needed, that's as needed. Yes, as you feel like it, you can kind of like translate things, but you cannot give information. That's why with the within normal limits, if you are given a report and have to call the patient, you are like, yes, thank you, Miss Liz. Your results came back. The doctor wanted me to let you know that they are WNL. They are within normal limits. Do you have any other questions you'd like me to leave for the doctor? And if you have anything and it's not on that piece of paper, oh, great. They will call you back at their earliest convenience. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And that's it.
Yeah, and Nicole gets an extra high five for saying my name in the middle of that. You just went for it. I appreciate that. Awesome.
I was worried about it the whole time.
You're like, no.
Oh, we separated them from KK. I'm so sad. They were a good duo.
But V's making a comeback. It says 3 in a row. I dig it. What'd you say?
VVV, 3 in a row.
VVV, yeah.
I'm very funny, I know.
Funny.
All right. OOP means out of pocket. True or false?
Did you know what this was before coming to work here, Nicole?
I mean, not like directly outside of the slang, which we talked about when we were making this question, but I could put the context together where it's like, oh, okay, so it's this type of portion. I'm trying not to give the answer away, so I'm having like skirt around how I explain this.
We can wait
the region
later. I was just curious if
where it's like, oh, it's related to this, and so I'm like, oh, okay, so it's that sort of thing. Yes, cool.
I love all of the placeholder words. Oh, yes, related to this.
I'm really good at talking about things right in front of people that they're not supposed to know about. My boyfriend, Jacob, he's terrible at like keeping secrets, keeping like secret gifts and stuff. I'm awesome at it because I'm really good at talking around things.
Yeah. I try. It's like I feel like I can. My mind is creative, but when it comes to like trying to come up with like a quick, a witty answer to something or that doesn't quite say the answer. It doesn't do it
You
great.
have to juggle a lot of things at once when you're doing that, because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, here's the thing I can't say. Let's find
Yeah.
something similar, and then you
Now
have
that
to
we're here. Yeah.
keep track of what you were saying too.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
Todd suggested original organic person, and I like that.
original organic person. I like
World of Clones, that's an important abbreviation.
IMOOP. Original and I'm organic.
You know?
Better to be organic than inorganic.
But yes, to clear some of the vague confusion, I didn't directly know that out of pocket had to do with like paying out of pocket. But if you're like, oh, do you know what OOP, out of pocket, means with payments? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, yeah, I can put 2 and 2 together.
Totally. I'm not going to say a whole lot about this because I know there is another question related to this. So I'll say more after, but let's check the scoreboard. And oh, look at this.
It did not move on my end. I was so worried.
Abby took the slot from, I forgot the name that was at the bottom.
KK.
KK. Like I saw the name and then it just, yes, it disappeared. So, okay, I love it. All right, Bibi, you got a 10 answer streak. What? You are like you're right up against Mike. So here's the deal: is first and second place get a gift card if you are new here and did not know that. So already Mike and Bibi are in the running for a gift card, and then we've got the next 2 on our list here. CSBC. I don't know what is up with me and your letters. CSBC. Sorry, and V. You guys are really, really close because like notice the numbers there. So first and second place, we had a gift card. So we are moving along, and I am odd. So the best way to retain information when you are training for a new task or responsibility is the best way to retain information when you are training for a new task or responsibility is lots of sticky notes, taking effective notes, remembering, and using voice memos.
We all know Jasmine loves sticky notes.
I love sticky notes. They're my favorite. You know, does anyone watch Schitt's Creek? You know, it's like, like the sister, yeah. So good. That's my response to sticky notes. If you guys know the character.
I think that came up in our little mini series, but it also came up in our members only live stream. So maybe you don't know the full sticky notes lore. You'll have to remember and find out.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did talk more about that with sticky notes.
I know. I just keep bringing them up. I'm haunting you with sticky notes.
Well, no, I'm literally. I actually had a moment the other day where I kind of needed one, and I was like, man, this cannot stay.
Is it better that I've moved on to using note cards? I mean, they're not sticking on my monitor, but they are piling on my desk.
As long as you've got some sort of structure for said note
no,
cards.
They're just all over the desk.
I am a fan of a lot of things that require a pen and paper. Not very much a fan of sticky notes, if you haven't gotten that memo.
I one better where I will reuse note cards, where I'll rip them in half as I'm done. So like I finished half a task, I crumble it away, and then if I finish the second one, I'll turn it over and use the backside. I'm Jasmine's nightmare. We didn't trick anyone with our sticky notes. I think they caught on that it was a little bit of a dig.
Yeah, remembering is funny. Like, I mean, there are some people that just remember. Great. Like just
I was gonna put photographic memory, and I thought it was a little on the nose.
Photographic memory is one of your yeah. Like just pull it back from the filing cabinet back there. No, the voice memos was actually a really good, because like I am a big memo person overall. Like as you guys know, I talk. I like to speak. I like to use the gift of my voice. And no, I do. I actually will speak a lot of things into my phone, voice memoing, or even take notes like that. The thing about it is, no matter what, even if you are using that to like voice to text to be able to take notes, you really want to be effective, right? That's the most important piece, is like organizing your notes so that they are useful for you for a quick reference. Otherwise, what's the purpose? Like people that take notes copious notes, and don't do it in a way that is referenceable, meaning they can go back to it without reading a book. And then it's not going to help, right? So it's always helpful. And you guys, again, Nicole plugged it already, but refer back to our older videos because we talk a little bit about some of the what really qualifies as effective note taking. So we could probably do a whole series on that, actually, Nicole. That's a good idea, actually.
That's a good idea. Let me pull out one of my note cards and write down.
Put it on the note card, Nicole, please.
Blue Butterfly did want to mention, I'm with you, Jasmine. Love those sticky notes. I don't know if she caught on that Jasmine was being sarcastic. I actually do love sticky notes. So
Nicole,
if you do love them, you're with me.
I am a sticky note lover for important temporary things. For example, when my son gets a little love note from me, it's typically either on a sticky note or on a note card. They put it in his lunchbox. It is going to come off of said lunchbox because that's the purpose, and it's going to go somewhere else, maybe the garbage, maybe he keeps it, who knows, right? But it is temporary, and so it goes on a sticky because I don't need a Sharpie on a lunchbox, right? I don't need it to stay forever. So yeah, this is one example when I use a sticky note. And sometimes I'll put a sticky note if I need to in my agenda and like mark a page. I don't have any in here right now. And again, just because I want it to be top of mind for the moment. So, all right, the scoreboard looks good. And look at BB's answer streak of 11. And did we switch out? Did BB just take, did I miss that? Take second place?
I'm not sure. They might have.
Maybe it was already like that. I think it was
OOP is no longer relevant after the patient has met their deductible. True or false? OOP is no longer relevant after the patient has met their deductible. In the last question, I have nothing to say about this one. In the last question, I threw up, those of you who aren't Jasmine saw the hashtag blame Nicole, because the reason that we had those voice memos on there was I felt like it wasn't the best tool because it's harder to refer to on the job. Like it's harder to pull out your phone and like listen to a memo with somebody on the phone or in front of a patient. Like there's a lot of times when you can't do that versus you can subtly open a little notebook, So you can blame Nicole, but I still think I'm right.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I do think that voice memos are super hard to even like file away and like organizing it in an effective way, right? It's like, how do you determine how long a voice memo should be?
There's probably an app for it, but I wouldn't be able to. Oh, this was very controversial. I did not see that coming. I'll let Jasmine take the stage here.
Yes. All right. So OOP. Okay. Out of pocket maximums. Okay. It's very, very important to know that an out of pocket maximum does include any amounts that a patient is responsible for according to the plan to meet their out of pocket. So if a patient has met their deductible, that is, let's say $2,000, let's say their annual deductible is $2,000 and the out of pocket maximum is $5,000. We are still moving towards the out of pocket maximum utilizing things like copays and coinsurances. In most cases, most plans will designate all things patient responsibility towards the out-of-pocket maximum. So when they've met the $2,000 deductible, they are still moving towards that $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum to determine that they no longer are responsible. So here's where I'll say more about out-of-pocket. I said I wasn't going to earlier because I didn't want to give away the answer of this, is that a patient out-of-pocket maximum according to their insurance plan literally means that the patient no longer has to pay money from their own pockets, meaning they don't have to pay towards their care if they have met this maximum, okay? Why does this matter? If I am a patient who is seeing a lot of medical professionals, and let's say I have a surgery or some high dollar amount service that is that I have a huge responsibility for, right? If it's whether for deductible or services that are going towards co-insurances where I'm paying co-insurance, and I meet my out-of-pocket maximum very quickly, maybe before halfway through the year of my plan. So whether it's a a calendar year or not is irrelevant. If my insurance plan says that I have a $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum and I meet that out-of-pocket maximum for the rest of my plan year or calendar year, I do not have to pay that co-insurance, the co-payment, anything. I no longer have to pay out of my pockets. The insurance company kicks up what they pay and they cover 100%. All right. So that is why the out-of-pocket maximum matters. So if a patient has met their out-of-pocket, they are moving towards that out-of-pocket maximum with co-pays, co-insurances, and deductibles. All right. I hope that clarifies. Please let us know if you have questions on that. Nicole, is there any questions or clarifying things that you want to state with this?
Nothing from the chat, and yeah, no, nothing from me either.
Nicole's got really good really fast typing figures. Let's check out the scoreboard.
You went a little robot, but we could still hear you. The video just went a little down. It's back now. So it's just apologies for the technical difficulties.
Oh, man.
And let us know if you have any questions, because I wasn't sure if possibly it was worse on their end.
Oh,
I'm here on the back end. I've got the inside scoop. Sometimes I feel like my connection's a little better.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let me know if we can answer that question next week as well during our other live stream. Whatever.
So whether you're on the replay or whether you're watching live, if you have questions for that, please let us know so we can answer it next week.
Yeah. Abby, you got an answer streak of 9. Amazing. And then CSBC just took second place from B.
And Jasmine said it correctly.
What did you say?
You said it correctly. That's the first time you've gotten it on the first try.
Celebration. What do I get? My invisible
question
rose?
15, and you haven't forgotten. Yeah, you get your invisible rose. We're at question 15, and you haven't forgotten your turn yet.
I know. I'm excited. What changes when a provider is non-par with commercial carriers? What changes when a provider is non-par? Provider can collect their standard fees. Provider claims cannot be processed by insurance. Provider can't submit claims. The provider needs to reduce fees.
Without fail, Jasmine will say, we need to make these questions really hard. And then we go live and then we can't read any of them.
Yeah, my mouth is broken. What was our thing earlier? I'm RTE right now.
Yeah, ready to eat. I can't
my stomach is talking to my mouth and it's like, we don't have any calories to make you work. What happens or what changes when a provider's non-par? So you got to know what non-par is. You got to remember what non-par is. I think we had a question today, right? No, we did not.
No, we did not.
Oh, sweet.
I think there was one. The last time we played a reception trivia was April. So if you missed that, feel free to check out the replay. You can't win gift cards post live, but you can participate anyways.
Yeah.
But I think non-par was in that one.
So you got to know what non-par means to be able to answer this guy correctly.
I'm trying not to be too clicky, but my mic is very close to my keyboard and I'm very self-conscious about it.
Very good. Okay. Ooh, so good. I love a shakeup. Okay, so my friends that got the answer correct, yes, provider can send their standard office fees. So whatever their fee schedule, which is basically the list of fees that the provider designated when they created fees for their practice or updated fees for the latest fees for their practice, right? So they can collect up to that amount when they're non-participating. When you are non-participating, the insurance company can still process your claims. As a matter of fact, most carriers will still be able to process the claims and send you EOBs and communicate with you just as if you were participating. The difference is that they, in a lot of cases, may not pay you if you don't accept assignment, which means that you don't ask the payments to come to you for your claims. And they will be designating the patient responsible. They will determine that the patient is responsible for whatever amounts. So whether it's the services that are approved up to a set dollar amount, or the fees, all of them go to patient after the fact. Even if they pay you something, they will determine that 100% of things beyond that allowed amount are patient responsibility, because that's what they can do. The provider does not need to reduce their fees. When you're non-par, that's actually the opposite. We don't have to do, we're not committed, required to do anything to reduce fees. And I said with commercial carriers because Medicare is a whole other animal. So we're not going to even go down that road today. We will put that in the pin for next live stream related to non-par, because such a great, important topic to understand when we're dealing with Medicare claims. So anything you want to add to that, Nicole?
I have so many thoughts, but I think we'll just leave it where it's at.
Just put the mic down.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. We are this is a really big shakeup in first and second place here. It is like, you guys, I feel it. I feel the tension. See, CSBC has a really sad frowny face with the pancakes on your head. But Abby, you've got an answer streak of 10. Dope. I love it. 4 more questions to go, friends.
We're hitting the end here. What is the purpose of an ABN form? To give notice of abnormal findings, to notify patient of financial responsibility, for patient to list allergies, or to notify patients of potential non-covered services. Lots of options here. I will also accept guesses in the chat for what ABN means, because I'm having fun with our fake acronyms and abbreviations.
I was literally just about to say that. Is maybe you guys give a funny one, of like a fake funny one, and a real one if you know the real answer. So,
oh yeah,
don't Google it. No Googling.
I'll be very impressed for the people who actually know it, because I have no idea.
Ooh, yeah, Nicole, this is one that you'll have to learn.
Funny answers. Ooh, we've stumped Todd. Well, he said you stomped me on this one, but I assume he meant stumped. He's a little busy. We'll let it slide.
Oh, look, I just noticed I have a candle next to me. Someone will appreciate this. This candle's name is Clementine and Mango. Smells yummy. Clementine and mango. How about that? The person that knows that's for will know what I'm talking about here. Oh, I love this. Okay, everyone did so great. Or not, whatever, but most people did so great.
I'm so happy that I tricked somebody with my abnormal findings. Abnormal and allergies were my 2 contributions to the wrong acronym game. I was really like, what's A? A.
Yeah,
abdomen, no.
I was surprised no one got the notify patient responsibility, because it was kind of a little bit like neck and neck. So yes, to notify our patients of potential non-covered services is the right answer. Abnormal findings is not, it's not clinical, right? We're not talking clinical. We're talking from a front desk. So the abnormal findings feels very clinical. And also, it's just not right.
It's wrong. Nicole lied.
And also it's wrong. So, yeah, so that's all I really have to say about that. I'm going to say next. So scoreboard. I don't have anything to add anymore for that one.
Jasmine's RTE. She can't.
I am. Now it's getting severe.
Well, don't smell the candle. You'll make yourself hungry.
I know. Maybe that's what happened. That just kind of like got me, the clementine and mango together. Like I'm like all woozy.
I think my candle smells like sunshine is what it says. So it's not food. I can't have food candles. They just make me hungry.
That's funny. Sunshine. Yeah.
Oh no. Jasmine insisted on math. So this is
Jasmine.
Get
your calculator's ready. Patient has a 30% coinsurance, and service provided is $250 with an allowed amount of $175. What is the patient's responsibility? You guys, we got to make sure that you're ready. We got to make sure that you're ready for this role as a receptionist. Okay. 30% coinsurance with a procedure that is a service, that is $250 and allowed amount of $175. What is the patient's responsibility? And sometimes we have to calculate these things manually. So it's really important to know. There are offices I know that have software that can help in some way because the allowed amounts are in, but there are so many softwares out there that are not loaded with the allowed amounts properly. And so we have to manually calculate these kind of things, especially if the service is quite costly. costly, and the office wants you collecting something towards the coinsurance.
Todd has asked if this is in or out of network.
Ooh, good question. In network. In network. Good question. Yeah. And I wouldn't have been able to put that in there anyway, because I think that we were literally
at character limit.
But yes, in network. Thank you for that clarifying question.
While we're talking about edits to the question, I don't want to say fight. Jasmine gave in very willingly, but her first version of this question, instead of co-insurance, just said coins. And so it was like, patient has 30% coins. Service provided is, and I was like, wait, how many coins? What coins? What is happening? Whose coins?
Whose coins are we talking about? Why are we talking about coins exactly?
So you can thank Nicole, not blame Nicole for having real words.
Yeah. Ooh, yay. The majority of you got it correctly. So yes, we are taking $175 because that is our allowed amount when we are in network. That's what we can charge for said service, and we're calculating 30% of that, and that gives us the $52.50. If you took $250, that is the full practice's fee, right? The service that the provider would charge if the patient pays out of pocket, or if the insurance is out of network, right? You could potentially calculate this amount, which is opens up a whole other can of worms. I'm not even going to right now, but basically, yes, insurance company would calculate 30% of that, but then they would still put the balance to the patient, which isn't as useful. But when you're a network, 175 is the number that matters. It's the allowed amount. You're calculating that against the 30%, and that gives us 52.50. So way to go, way to go.
Todd has suggested that the patient maybe had 30% bitcoins.
I
think that changes the equation a little. We need to know the time frame and
exactly. I don't even know how to relate to Bitcoin. I've been working on that for a little while, and so I don't know why my brain just doesn't tap into that. I have some friends that specialize in it. Yeah. It's like, well, I had neighbors that were had those Bitcoin mining going on during the pandemic. They had basements of mining in their computers. Yeah. They were blamed for having poor internet in my old neighborhood. It's a very funny thing. All right. So we've got V that just took third place. So you guys really close here for second potentially. So you've got two more questions, and we're going to check it out, see who wins.
True or false? ROI stands for release of information. True or false? And then while you guys are answering, Jasmine J. Frank asked, can the patient refuse to pay coins, coinsurance, upfront and ask for a bill since it is not a copay?
That's going to be determined by your office policy. You actually can require a patient to pay towards their visits when they are in office. It's not prohibited according to your contract. You're not required to wait until. Very good. Everyone got that one right. That was kind of a gimme. We felt like this one was getting hard.
After the math question, we needed to.
I love it. Awesome. Look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is going so great. Mike is making a comeback. Wait. You were making a comeback. You've been in first the whole time, but it's just you're making a comeback there, Mike. So they're celebrating you. Nice. Multi-select. Okay, this is one of the ones that you're going to answer all the things that apply. Which of the documents are required during patient intake? Select all that apply. Birth certificate, insurance card, social security card, driver's license. Select all that apply. So you're going to click the ones that you believe and then hit submit. All right.
To jump briefly back to the J. Frank coinsurance question, Todd jumped in and agreed that yes, most offices won't require until claim adjudication. I almost said adjustment. Sorry, I had to change mid-word.
Yeah. And I'll put a little bit of it really depends on the type of practice too, because if a patient's going into a certain practice very, very frequently, there are a lot of practices that I've seen that they will require a patient pay after they've designated what the amount is. Because, for example, oh, I see a really big, beautiful hawk flying outside. Sorry.
Wow.
Red ball. I know, shiny red ball. I wish I could show you guys this. He is cruising. So when it comes to a patient's coinsurance, they are not required to pay the coinsurance up front, like a copay, right? Because we don't have the amount. But once you figure out the amount, it's helpful for a practice that sees a patient. Let's say they're a physical therapy practice. Sometimes those guys go in like 3 times a week, right? 2 times a week or whatever for physical therapy. And so you're constantly generating a patient statement or a patient amount that's due. And so, if the patient has a coinsurance that's coming up of like $40 or 20 to $25 or something every single visit, it's going to be necessary for you to just start going ahead and collecting towards that as the patient visit is taking place. And especially if the care is somewhat the same for that series of treatment. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it depends on the specialty, very much so. Which of these documents are required? I love the fact that we kind of got a little bit mixed. Okay, so first of all, birth certificate's never required, just so we know, never ever. Insurance card, when it applies, required, yes. A driver's license is not necessarily. We probably should have put identification card or something, because driver's license isn't necessarily required. It is. We did put it as a required one because it is. So that maybe that one is like a little bit of a. We probably should have put ID as an option, because I don't have to drive in order to be seen at a doctor's office or have a driver's license, but I do need identification or proof. I need proof of identification, and so proof of identification is probably a better choice next time, Nicole, when we make this ones. I didn't even think about it. So social security card and number is actually not required. Now, here's the deal, is a practice might have it as a policy. It is not a requirement, because a patient who is undocumented is allowed to receive medical treatment. You don't need a social security number or card to receive care. So it might be required because of a policy for the practice, hopefully, wanting to have your information to send you to collections. But patients can say no to social security card, to giving you their social security number these days. They do not have to give you the social security number. You also do not have to treat them if they decide not to give you the number. So it's up for negotiation these days because of a lot of identity theft. All right. Anything you want to add to that, Nicole?
Oh, it's interesting. I didn't know about the Social Security thing. Little bit of a shakeup in 3rd and 4th there. C, S, B, C, and V.
Yep, really tight, you guys. We've got one more question. And this question is going to determine who gets that second place for sure, because it's very close. Very, very close. So we've got really like 3 people contending for that second place from what I can tell based on these numbers, because they're so tight. So I am stalling to make sure you guys are ready. You've got your little fingers ready, because that's based on the speed that you hit the next button is going to determine whether you win. So I'm going to hit next and we're going to go. Nicole.
All right. In most areas, uninsured patients can receive this discount at checkout. Time of service discount in red, cash discount in blue, uninsured payment plan in yellow, orange, gold, whatever we're calling it, and the non-covered discount in green. In most areas, uninsured patients can receive this discount at checkout. Time of service discount, cash discount, uninsured payment plan, or non-covered discount. Hello there, new person in the chat. You're joining us here at the end, so you get this exciting conclusion. It's a little bit late to join the race for the gift cards, I fear, but we're always happy to have you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I can't see names or anything. I feel so out of the loop today. I don't see your face and I don't see your name. This is why I'm watching for eagles.
Jasmine's just looking for someone to give her company
I
besides
know.
my disembodied voice.
I'm on a full screen mode today, you guys. So I can't see Nicole and I can't see the chat. And I just feel like I'm just in the room talking to this box, which I am. It's very, very.
That's why I'm kind of voice of the chat today. I'm like reading more than we usually would.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Jasmine feels left out.
I do. I've been trying to switch up my environment to better internet connections, you guys. So that's my excuse. All right.
I feel like it's worked. We only had the one hiccup, and this was a long live because we had a lot of long questions. But we're here at the end, the final question. It's coming down to this.
Yeah, we bumped, if you guys didn't notice, the length of the questions quite a bit. That's why we're on with these questions like for an extended period.
I didn't see any complaints about them being too short. No one's complained that they're too long either, but that could be coming.
Yeah, no, we're happy to not get, because we don't want you guys to not be able to read the questions in time and not, that's not the goal. So.
Ooh,
oh,
Jasmine.
That's
blame Jasmine for sure.
Oh, I love this so much. Wow. I think I just messed it up for everybody. That was
I wanted a really easy question at the end, and this was Jasmine's. So all the angry non-gift card holders can direct complaints with hashtag blame Jasmine.
You can submit that in writing to Nicole, please. Nicole, I don't need this. I'm just kidding. All right. So here's the deal. The formal term is time of service discount because it is eligible when the patient is at the visit during the time of service for a practice to have a set rate percentage off that is across the board for anybody who is uninsured or self-pay. We don't use the term cash discount anymore for a lot of reasons. Mostly because most people aren't paying cash. That's like basic reason. Also, it's just not, we don't use the term, it is not politically correct to say the word cash over the word self-pay or the term self-pay. So our patients are self-paying. They are not cash patients. They are self-pay patients. And if they are self-paying and they're uninsured, they can receive a time of service discount, or sometimes people call it a prompt pay discount, or a discount that happens when the patient is at the visit during the time the services are being rendered. Okay. So what other one? Uninsured payment plan. You can potentially be granted a payment arrangement based off of any sort of financial hardship policies and so on. Yes, but the discount name that is given is not uninsured payment plan, because the payment plan could not even include a discount. It could be just a payment arrangement that is allowed based off of that patient's financial situation. So this was a really good, I did not foresee this one.
I was so nervous about this one. This is exactly what I thought would happen.
Wow. So time of service discount, my friends, is coming. It's going to make a reappearance. You be prepared for this one to show up more frequently in our quizzes and topics of discussion, because wow, I didn't expect that. So I love it. All right, let's check the scoreboard out. Where did we end? Oh, the podium is here. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Is our podium.
So third place, CSBC, Pancake Hat. And second with BB. And first is Mike. So Mike and BB, congratulations. If you can go ahead and take your screenshots of your winning podium and then send them to, I did not have the email up, slacking. Normally I have it ready to post here. So learn@inlera.com is where you can send your screenshots for Mike and BB, only first and second. Sorry, CSBC. But yes, send that to learn@inlera and we will get you sorted with your gift cards. Just because it's Thursday, we're approaching the weekend. Please be patient and give us the next business week. If you don't hear back from us by the next live stream, by all means, please contact us again.
Next live stream. When is the next live stream, Nicole?
That will be the 18th at 2 p.m., right? I believe so. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm like, hold on. While I'm double checking my own math. Thank you, Yasayana. Glad that you loved it. Miss V had fun. Always happy to have you here. Anything Jasmine wants to say while I'm clicking on things?
My internet went bad, like right at the end there. That's so weird. Yeah, I got like a black circle for a second. So, yay.
Hey, Jay
Yay,
Frank
I'm
had
so
fun,
glad you
said it
guys
was
liked it.
awesome. Yes, so the 18th at 2 p.m., we are going to be talking about the Q&A kind of portion of our previous series that we were talking about. So more medical office reception excellence. Any questions you have about that? And I believe Jasmine also was planning to talk a little bit about some software things, but your questions first and foremost. So please leave us those below.
Rose Blue Butterfly, yay!
I thought Blue Butterfly was BB. I made that connection around question 12.
I did not. I am slower. We're going to blame it on the RTE.
There we go.
Hashtag RTE. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jay gets it. So listen, you guys, we're super, this month we have things laid out on the calendar for events that are happening. We have a meetup this month, or is that next month? We've got meetup sign up available. I don't remember when it is, but we want to make sure that we get a chance to see you guys, connect with you guys. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, we have a medical billers meetup that happens right now. I think once every other month is what we've determined it for. We will eventually start to have kind of a little bit more general healthcare meetup stuff as well, healthcare admin meetup. But this one is medical billers meetup, and it is revenue cycle relevant. So if you're in the front end of the revenue cycle, you can absolutely benefit from coming. The meetups are really great because you guys get to actually know each other, like communicate, and you get an opportunity to learn something specific to whatever it is that you need to understand more deeply in this moment. Nicole just saved or not saved, but shared the link.
Saved the stream by sharing the link.
Exactly. She just shared the link, and that link is going to get you to a Google form that it has really important questions that we need to know the answers to, because it will help us determine how many rooms we need for said meetup, because we come together on Google Meet. We will start with a little section introductions. I will do a little hello at the beginning, and then we can break out depending on what the different topics are that need to be covered. And then you guys get to connect and support each other, and I'll bounce around to the rooms, and we'll probably have another. No, you don't have to be a biller. Great question, Jay. No, as a matter of fact, we have had people who are aspiring billers or interested in the revenue cycle, and they kind of hang out as we'll call it, like fly on the wall. You know, they're just like, I'm just here. I just want to listen. I want to know more. So no, you do not need to be a medical biller at all. And my medical billers, if you've got questions that are very specific to a scenario that you're being faced with in the moment, just make sure that you don't bring anything with PHI. So no protected health information into the space, meaning like no patient's name, dates of birth, any criteria that would provide their identity. So we're very protective of that information. So bring it in. You can change names. You can, give whatever examples. You can even show things to us with screen share. But again, no PHI. So make sure you change the information on your screen. Cool. Anything else with that, Nicole, that we want to share?
I don't think so. Like we said way earlier in the stream, we had a little what's new with Inlera U video that Jasmine and I put out that kind of went over a lot of this. But the quick summary is today's trivia stream. Congrats, you did it. Cross it off the list. Next week, we'll be having our other stream, the kind of Q&A, around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have our YouTube channel members live the week after that on the 25th. You do have to be a member, so you do have to register through YouTube for that. But you get the backlog as well. So I think that's our 5th one. So you've got like a whole day's worth of content, basically, to catch up on if you so choose. And then the month after, August 27th, is our medical billers meetup. So if you register with that link, we will send you your little Google Calendar notification. You can put it down and wait until the beginning of August for the next What's New video to see what's up with August, because we don't even know that yet. Other than trivia. Trivia will happen on the first week, but other than that,
yeah.
that's that.
Well, there's
on the first. The first is Thursday.
Really?
So
nice. Yeah. So August is special. It's my birthday month. So there will be some fun stuff. I haven't designated exactly what those fun things will be, but I will take votes if you guys have votes for what we should do. And so, yeah, we've played games before that are non-healthcare specific. We've hung out to do, you know, other like last, you know, kind of like, I don't want to say last minute, but just like random ideas that come to Jasmine's mind, like live streams more frequently and stuff like that. So I'm happy to appease whatever your heart's desires if it feels like it aligns for us. And yeah, so excited to hang out with you guys. Thanks so much for your time and your energy. And Nicole, any last things you want to share or say before we?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you want an example of what we've done before, we did a little happy hour Nicole birthday stream. So I don't think Jasmine wants to stream on her birthday. It just so happened to be, I'm at the beginning of the month. So, but if you want ideas for some games, some possibilities, we have that. If you're watching the replay, I'll try to link it here. Up there.
Yeah.
But what side is this? And then yeah, comment below, let us know, that rhymed, what you want to see. And thank you, channel members. It's so many of you, too many to name. It's running across the bottom, but we love to see you. Specific thanks to Miss V for showing up. I hate that the software we use doesn't show, but people on YouTube can see that there's a cute little plant icon.
Yeah, our cute little
sprout. I love our little sprout symbols. I think they're cute. So I hate that they don't show up.
Y'all are adorable. The plants are adorable, just like you. So thank you guys so much for being here. We're around next Thursday, but if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the memberships, and if you've got questions about any of that, let us know. Nicole and I, Nicole has an experiment she's doing right now. And if you're a channel member, you know all about it. And if you're not, you should become a member so you can learn about her experiment. She will be updating us very soon on her experiment.
2 weeks. 2 weeks left.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all. You guys have a great rest of the day. And yeah, we're RTE now. So go enjoy some food if you haven't yet. Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.